Why love needs realism more than optimism. Most people believe love runs on hope. We grow up being told that if you stay positive enough, believe deeply enough and keep chasing the fairy tale, everything will somehow fall into place. But honestly, real love probably needs realism far more than it needs optimism. Imagine actually saying this to someone. There will be days when we're completely crazy about each other and days when we can barely stand being in the same room. There will be moments when we question everything, when we wonder if we made the right call. But even in those moments, I still want to build something real with you. That's what love actually looks like. Not the absence of conflict. Not some perfectly scripted Hollywood romance. Just two flawed people choosing to stay when life gets genuinely hard. What if we stopped trying to appear perfect on first dates? What if we led with honesty instead? Questions like, what's your biggest emotional blind spot? How do you respond when fear takes over? What kind of patterns do you tend to repeat in relationships? Because here's the truth, everyone carries something. Scars, fears, insecurities, contradictions, habits that don't make sense even to themselves. And the people who proudly announce they're drama-free? Ironically, they might be the biggest red flag in the room. Maybe relationships would sting a little less if we walked in expecting some turbulence from the start. At some point, things will get uncomfortable. Communication will break down. One person will feel suffocated. The other will feel invisible. Old wounds will resurface, disguised cleverly as brand new problems. Arguments that seem to come from nowhere will turn out to be about something that happened years before either of you even met. That doesn't mean the relationship is broken. It means two imperfect human beings are genuinely trying to understand each other, and that's actually something worth respecting. Imagine if wedding vows sounded a little more like this. Out of every person I could have chosen, I choose you to stand beside me through life's frustrations, its uncertainties, and its quiet disappointments. You're the one I trust enough to witness my worst moments, and the one whose worst moments I'm willing to show up for. There's something unexpectedly romantic about that kind of honesty. Because eventually, guaranteed, we will get on each other's nerves. Your habits will stretch my patience thin. Mine will do the same to yours. There will be stretches of disconnection, seasons of confusion, weeks where neither of you is quite sure where you stand. And then, somehow, those feelings shift. The deepest mistake people make is believing love is supposed to deliver happiness on demand. But people simply don't work that way. We overthink. We spiral. We drag our insecurities into every room we walk into. So why would a relationship magically dissolve all of that? Maybe emotional maturity quietly begins the moment we stop expecting love to be perfect. Maybe genuine gratitude kicks in when we realize that one ordinary, calm, peaceful day together is actually something extraordinary. A conversation that flows naturally. A laugh that breaks through a rough week. A single moment of real, mutual understanding. Those aren't small things. Those are the wins that matter most. When we're endlessly chasing some version of constant happiness, we walk right past the quiet moments that actually hold a relationship together. So perhaps the greatest act of love isn't placing someone on a pedestal they can never live up to. Perhaps it's seeing them with complete clarity, the warmth and the wounds, the strengths and the fears, the beauty and the mess. And choosing them anyway. Because expecting less perfection doesn't mean you love someone less. It means you love them with your eyes open. And maybe, just maybe, that's where lasting love truly begins.